What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so Mongo Slade. Gotta give him his props, man. Notice I haven't been doing a lot of videos on Mongo Slade this year, which means that that's pretty much a good thing. Because usually I talk about him when he's been screwing up. But man, he has been dependable. He's been playing a lot better than I thought he would be with the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, the Clippers, of course, have, as of late, been a disappointment. And even with this victory, I think that they're going to have to kind of blow this team up, man. It's just, things just aren't working. You know what I'm saying? The Clippers' window of opportunity, in my opinion, I think most people's opinions, have passed them as far as being a championship contending team. But they got a good win, which is important, being that I think this was the second of a back-to-back. I think the game before that, they blew a big lead against the Phoenix Suns. And this game was big for them because I think Norman Powell didn't play. I think Kawhi Leonard didn't play. Barack Obama was in attendance at the game. And James Harden put on the show for the former chief executive as he dropped a season-high 50 points in a victory against the Detroit Pistons. And the final score was 123-115. And this isn't the Pistons from the last couple of years. This has been a resurgent Pistons team. This is a Pistons team that already has, I believe, like way more wins than they did the last two seasons combined. And their head coach, J.B. Bickerstaff, still is probably the leading contender for a coach of the year. And but James Harden was sensational in this game. He scored 23 points in the first quarter, had 28 at halftime, finished with 50 on 14 of 24 from the floor, 6 of 13 from three-point range, and 16 of 20 from the free throw line. And this is the first time that Mongo Slade has gone off for 50 points in quite a while. I don't think he's dropped 50 in a game, I believe, since the bubble. I think that's the last time he did it. I think the last time he did it was when he was playing. Matter of fact, no, I think it was before the bubble, before the stoppage. Someone could correct me if I'm wrong in that, but I don't think he's done it since either early 2020 or late 2019. So that's a hell of a gap between 50-point games. But this was his 24th career 50-point game, which leaves him one behind Kobe Bean Bryant, who had 25 career 50-point games. Michael Jordan, number 2 with 31. I'm talking about regular season now. Michael Jordan had 31 50-point games in regular season. Wilt Chamberlain way ahead of everybody with 118. When you include playoffs and regular season, Wilt had 122. Jordan jumps to 39. Kobe jumps to 26. James Harden's at 24. This was the 8th 50-point game in the Clippers franchise's history. Now, I'm trying to think of the players that have dropped 50 for the Clippers. Off the top of my head, I think the last guy to do it was Lou Williams. So that'd be 2. I know Bob McAdoo had a couple of 50-point games. So that might be 4 or 5. That's back when they was the Braves. And I know that Charles Smith did it when he was with the Clippers back in 1990. And I'm just forgetting some guys. I don't know. It's some people that probably, I know some other players have done it. I just can't think off the top of my head. But anyway, like I said, man, salute to James Harden for the season. He's averaging 22.1 points, 5.8 rebounds, 8.6 assists. Now, the overall shooting percentages have not been that great. 39.2% from the floor, 33.9% from three-point range. He is shooting 87.5% from the line. But this was vintage James Harden tonight. He got the foul line at a prodigious rate. And, you know, he's having a great season. Now, my knock on James Harden has always been, he's turnover prone. He's a lot more turnover prone than the media wants you to believe. He has a worse assist turn ratio than Russell Westbrook. 1.88 assists to every turnover. That's terrible. And I just don't think he gets it done at a sufficient rate in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Now, not saying he's garbage in the playoffs, but he just, to me, doesn't get it done at the level that you'd expect for a guy that's put the numbers he's put up. But, man, the numbers he's put up have been tremendous. This guy has 27,186 points. He has 8,134 assists, almost 1,700 steals. He's connected on over 3,000 3-points. But this is the thing, man. Have you guys noticed there's been an exorbitant amount of players who put up these historic numbers, but when you look at their overall accomplishments and what they've in their games and how much they've dominated or not dominated, it's like it doesn't fit. And to me, I hate to say this, man, and I'm not trying to say this. I'm not doing this video to shit on him, but it just seems like there's something off with this era. The offensive exploits of the players, and when you compare them to players of the past, their level of dominance isn't quite where you think it would be. And that's why, in many ways, I compare this era to the early 1960s when teams were averaging 120, 125 points a game, fast break, relentless fast breaking. The pace was ridiculous, so it inflated the offensive numbers. And that's not to knock Will Chamberlain or Bill Russell, but that's why these guys were getting 20-something rebounds a game. Instead of more likely it would be, and they were playing in the 90s, it would be more around 13 to 14 or 15 rebounds a game. Still tremendously dominant players, but the numbers were inflated. Conversely, it was much harder to get assists because what the league stipulated as what were assists was much more conservative. They had to lead directly. The pass had to lead directly to a player scoring a bucket. Player couldn't really go into his offensive move, offensive set. Now you got guys get a pass, dribble, step back, shoot, and that's considered an assist. So if Oscar Robertson was playing today, man, how many triple doubles would he have had back then? 250? 275? So I don't know. But people say, well, when we do this, when we do these types of comparisons, we knocking the eras and all that, knocking the players of the day. But still, James Harden is great. And he had a throwback game today. And salute to James Harden.